endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Man City has also gone ahead to win its beautiful game of football, and they're really happy into where they are right about now. So smash the like button, comment and share. I know most of you are really very shocked with Nottingham Forest, but Nottingham Forest have the players that can really get everything right. And for everyone who was like, Liverpool after beating Manchester United, it's really gonna be an easy go past the side of Nottingham Forest, I tell you, things don't work that way in football. As I've told you, any team can lose to any team into the Premier League, and that is the order of the day. Remember, we are powered by Mono Gadgets, dealers in phones, laptops that are really brand new. Even if you want a used phone and a used laptop, go ahead and call them on +256 70 99 88 665. That is Mono Gadgets for you, and you will come here and thank me later. So search them on TikTok, Mono Gadgets, and you'll see what the products they have at their disposal. Now today, Liverpool came into this game of football after beating Manchester United by 3 goals to 0. That's the last game they played. I think it was played on the 1st of September before we went into the international break. It was a Sunday, and they've gone ahead to return, and on their return they've found themselves really losing out onto this beautiful game of football, where Liverpool had a lion's share of almost everything, but they failed to obviously kill off their chances. And in the game like this, if you fail to kill off their chances, a team like Nottingham, which plays with a lot of intensity, when it gets its chance, they'll obviously utilize it. And they hit Liverpool on the break in the 72nd minute. It was Elanga, and Elanga got hold of that ball, ran with the ball, and then went ahead to really switch the ball to the left side of the pitch, where Hudson-Odoi went ahead to obviously chop inside and really went in for his trademark goal. Remember, even last season, most of the goals he scored were like that. You know, he curled that ball into the bottom corner, the left bottom corner of the goal, and it counted, and that was the end of Liverpool into the end. And when you look at how Sky Sports have gone to describe the goal, they've said Hudson-Odoi, 72nd minute. Is this the perfect way? Is this the perfect away day display? Question. And they said Forest have frustrated Liverpool all afternoon, but they've been a threat on a counter too, and now they've capitalized on a breakaway. The subs combine with Elanga finding Hudson-Odoi with a brilliant crossfield pass. Hudson-Odoi comes in off the left flank and fires a bending right foot shot in off Alisson's far post. Forest haven't won here for 55 years. Is that streak about to end? All right, that streak has gone ahead to end. Having gone ahead to take 50 years to win at Anfield, they've finally gone ahead to come in through and obviously won a game of football today, and it has been really very enticing and very important into the mix. So as it stands, a lot has to come up and obviously be hailed and praised in here onto this game, because when you look at Liverpool, they really never broke down that defense. And when you look at the side of Nottingham Forest, they came in here with lots of absentees, because when you look into their central defense, you know, when you look into their defense as Nottingham Forest, you know, they never had Boyle, they never had is it Sergio Ori? He's called who? That guy. They went ahead to obviously sign from PSV and brought him in here. They really had like 3-4 players out that really got injuries during the international break, and they've come in here and they've gone ahead to obviously shock the side of Liverpool, and they really played very well, and they never really stopped running. And this is why I told people that the reason as to why Liverpool went ahead to obviously beat Manchester United was Manchester United, when they had their chances, they failed to really utilize them. But the defense of Liverpool is very easy to reach at. That is it. Because they play a high line, and if I don't have a person to find that perfect pass and a person who can really be clinical, Liverpool can easily be beaten. And now I want to see what pundits are really going to be saying, because they were like, Anthroth looks like the best Dutch manager. You get? He hasn't even spent a season here, and he's going to lose his 3rd game. That's what people really forget about this game of football. But I would like to give kudos to Nuno Espirito, those two substitutes he makes, Elanga and Calmson Odoi. Those two stepped up the game, and you saw to it that Liverpool's high line was really put on the threat every time these two people got to the ball, because Liverpool where like Konate and Virgil van Dijk can really get done of that business in the back line, and the rest of the players committed into the attacking area of the pitch. But what the game plan of Nottingham Forest was simple: get compact into the central defense and have 9 players behind that ball, with Elanga and Calmson Odoi, the only 2 players playing narrowly in the pitch. But when they get that ball, one widens the pitch and the other narrows the pitch without the ball. The other one makes the narrow run, and you saw to it out well in the goal that they went ahead to score. Anthony Elanga runs to the right to widen the pitch, you get, and you saw to it that he had a chance to obviously even pass immediately, but he looked at Elanga, and Elanga had not yet gone ahead to make the run he wanted, and he slowed down a little bit, and this defender of Liverpool was like, all right, he cannot do anything. Now he starts to pace as he narrows down the pitch, and as Calmson Odoi makes a run, and he really puts in that ball, and Calmson Odoi does justice to that ball and puts it in the back of the net, and Liverpool have gone ahead to lose. So Liverpool 4 games, 3 wins, 1 loss, and you see how things really change drastically into this beautiful game of football, that now Liverpool are having 9 points, you get. And for the side of Ancelotti, I think pressure is really going to accumulate because they have a lot to do. I think Champions League football is coming in through, and after Champions League football, he's going to be playing over the weekend, and then he'll obviously find himself into the ilk of really doing anything. And them losing points is really bad because Man City have now gone ahead to get 12 in the possible 12 points they're supposed to gather. It shows you that it's really getting tough and tougher into the mix where they are right about now. So let's go to the stats for the game of Liverpool. 14 shots by Liverpool, Nottingham had 5. 5 shots on target by Liverpool, Nottingham had 3. 70% ball possession by Liverpool, 30% ball possession by Nottingham Forest. 593 passes completed by Liverpool, Nottingham completed 262. 83% passing accuracy by Liverpool. Nottingham had 67% passing accuracy. 15 fouls by Liverpool and 6 fouls by Nottingham. 4 yellow cards to both sides, no red cards issued to either sides. 0 offsides for Liverpool and 5 for Nottingham Forest. 7 corners by Liverpool and 2 corners by the side of Nottingham Forest. And Gibbs White is one of those players that came in through and really put in a very huge shift, you get. And him putting in a very huge shift into the mix, he really lacked that killer instinct, but I tell you, he had everything at his disposal to put in the shift. That is Gibson White, you know. But when this other guy came in through, that is Elanga and Calmson Odoi, magic went ahead to happen, and that's why they really went ahead to do the needful. Now, Man City, let's obviously see how Man City has gone ahead to do before we get into this beautiful game of football. Then Man City are 2-1 winners of Brentford. Brentford scored early in the first minute. It was Wissa, and then Erling Haaland in the 19th minute and 32nd minute went ahead to obviously put in a very beautiful shift altogether. And Man City came from behind. It wasn't an easy game, but Brentford couldn't obviously stop Erling Haaland from really scoring those goals as really anticipated. Now, that is exactly what has gone ahead to obviously happen that side. And when you look at their game by numbers, 18 shots by Man City, Brentford had 8. 7 shots on target by Man City, Brentford had 5. 54% ball possession by Man City, 46% ball possession by Brentford. 538 passes completed by City. Brentford went ahead to complete 460 passes. 89% passing accuracy by Man City and 84% passing accuracy by Brentford. 9 fouls by Man City, 3 fouls by Brentford, 3 yellow cards to Man City, 1 yellow card to Brentford. 0 red cards to both sides, 1 offside to both sides, 12 corners for Man City, and 3 corners to the side of Brentford. Erling Haaland gets 9, and Wayne Rooney was the player who had gone ahead to score 7 goals in 4 games, and Erling Haaland has gone ahead to obviously take that record to the next level. After breaking that of 3, he now has 9 goals in 4. So looks like the guy is not gonna stop. He might even break a record by scoring close to 50 goals this season, because looks like he's gonna be worth a goal every game on average. Now, how does the Premier League table really look like? The Premier League table has Man City on top, 12 points, 4 games. Liverpool, 4 games, 9. Brighton are really having 4 games, and they went ahead, obviously, I think, draw. I think they've gone ahead to win because they have, they've gone ahead to draw. 2 wins and 2 draws. Those are 8 points. Nottingham Forest now have 8 points in the 4th position. Arsenal, who are playing Tottenham Hotspur tomorrow, they're having 7, meaning that Arsenal has a chance to go 2 points behind Man City if they beat Tottenham Hotspur tomorrow. Newcastle, I think, is playing later today, and if they win, they go into the 2nd position. Brentford, 4 games, 6 points, and Man United, 4 games, 6 points. Aston Villa, 3 games, 6 points. They are playing, I think, Bournemouth next in the equation. So that's how the table is really looking, and Erik ten Hag has also gone ahead to win his game of football. And before I really call it quits, let me really bring you what the results have been today in all the Premier League games that have gone ahead to be played today. Manchester United opened up the day and they went ahead to beat Manchester United went ahead to beat Southampton by 3-0. Joshua Zirkzee, sorry, it was Rashford, Garnacho, and Matthias de Ligt. You get onto the score sheet. Nottingham Forest has beaten Liverpool by 1-0. It has been the man himself, that is Carlson Odoi. Man City have beaten Brentford to 1 Wissa, scoring 1 for Brentford, and Erling Haaland hanging in with a brace. Fulham have drawn 1-1 with West Ham, but that assist of Emily Smith-Rowe is still a huge talk about point that side. Crystal Palace 2, Leicester City 2, Ipswich 0, and Brighton 0. Next is Aston Villa hosting Everton, and then later Bournemouth is going to be hosting Chelsea, and tomorrow Arsenal will be playing Tottenham Hotspur, and then it will be Wolverhampton Wanderers hosting Newcastle, the game closing the match day 4 into the Premier League. So I told you that don't judge a manager not after 10 games. You can see a manager coming in through to win the first 3 games, and the next 6 ones might become difficult for him, like you see Ancelotti. And for Ancelotti, if you never knew, he's really one of those managers that needs to obviously watch around. If he has gone ahead to lose to Nottingham Forest, let me read to you what his next fixtures are really gonna be like, if at all you haven't gone ahead to worry for him. They are playing Milan on Tuesday away in Italy, right? And Liverpool next Saturday, they are going to be playing Bournemouth at Anfield. Then in the midweek, they will play West Ham in the EFL 3rd round. And then 28th, they'll have to play Wolverhampton Wanderers away. They'll have to host Bologna in the Champions League 2nd October. And then 5th October, before we go to another international break, they'll come in through and obviously play away at Crystal Palace. So he needs to obviously lift himself up if he feels like he should compete. So I sign out for now. See you later as I call upon for your reactions into the comment section below about Liverpool 0, Nottingham 1. Rokani David is my name. I'm out.